Hello, hello. I think we are live. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, I think we are live. Okay. Testing, testing. Whoops, sorry. Okay, so we're live. Let me just pull up the chats. Chats. Here we are. Okay. Hello, everyone. Heather here. And today, well, first, let me fill you in. We do have a special guest. Kevin, say hi.
Hi, everyone.
That's my brother, if you don't know who he is. But today, I've been thinking a lot about Zero to YouTube Hero. I think I have a product that is as perfected as it can be. I'm really proud of it. I have a sales page that I'm really happy with. I feel like it clearly conveys the value that someone would be paying for if they enrolled in the course and what they would get out of it. I have a promo video, which looks fantastic. But now I'm at the phase where I need to figure out how do I get my product in front of the right people, and like how do I find a niche is kind of where I'm stuck at, because I haven't, for the people who have taken the course so far and the people that have asked me questions about YouTube, they're kind of all over the place. There isn't like one target audience that can put them all together. There's entrepreneurs and employees, there's young, there's old, males, females, everyone's across the board. So I've kind of been having trouble in terms of identifying a target audience and then getting my content and the product in front of them. My brother, on the other hand, has really found success with Facebook ads, which is something I've never tried. I tried it once when I was working with a client who had an event, but that to me was easy because I just basically targeted everyone in that zip code since it was a local event. And that was years ago. So Facebook has evolved since then. The Facebook Ads Manager has gotten a lot more powerful, and obviously Facebook has gotten a lot more data from its users. So I invited my brother here because I trust him. I go to him for any questions about this stuff, but we've never really talked shop when it came to Facebook ads because I never really considered doing it. I'm very hesitant to spend more money on advertising since I kind of want to make money before I do that. But my brother's really seen success with it. So Kevin, for the people that are new and just tuning in, do you want to kind of give a background as to who you are, what you sell, and your experience with Facebook ads so far?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Kevin, as Heather introduced me, and I own a company called Hunter. It's a lifestyle brand that's aimed at people who are really passionate and driven. And my primary selling item that I sell is bracelets. So I started creating these bracelets. These paracord bracelets are all handmade, and I also have metal embellishments that go with it. But I've been selling them for almost 8 months now, and this was a new product as I actually just started off with clothing first. But then that market was really saturated and I wasn't really being differentiated. So I wanted to sell something that was unique to my brand and something that I created. And so these bracelets were just a way that I could just find a different niche in the market. I didn't really know how I was going to go about marketing the product, but I had heard a lot about Facebook ads. And a lot of people getting success on that side, especially if you were doing like Amazon FBA, which is like a fulfillment model that a lot of people do. So I tried to take look at some videos and try to learn Facebook ads, and it's actually been doing really well for me. There's so many functions that you can do with it, so many demographics you can target. You can pretty much do anything on Facebook ads, and I firmly believe you can sell anything now. So from wolf mugs to, I don't know, like little figurines to like ceramic figures or like anything. You could literally sell anything as long as you have your Facebook set up, if you know who your demographic is, who you're targeting, and if your creative is on point. And so today, I think what we're going to do is walk through creating, I guess, a Facebook ad campaign, right? Just to help you out, Heather, so that, you know, you could see if it actually works for you and your business.
Okay, so let me tell you where I'm coming from. I have no idea here. Like, this is straight up I have no experience. I have no knowledge. I haven't looked into this before. I haven't watched any videos. I know nothing about Facebook ads aside from the one time I used it years ago. So I don't even count that because I know that the whole thing is completely different. So I don't even know what I need to know. You know, like I wouldn't even know like how to create an ad. The extent of my knowledge of Facebook ads is that the reason why so many people have seen success with it and other entrepreneurs is because of the targeting. You can get so specific because Facebook has so much data that no other platform even has, not even Google. You know, if you, as long as you know who your target audience is, you can reach them, and you're going to have a higher conversion rate because you're getting in front of the right people who are most likely to buy your product, right?
Yeah, I think the important thing, I guess, like the first step to realize is now you're going to be using Facebook not as a user, right? You're using not as like a casual user. You're using it in terms of your business. And that's one of the things that completely turned this platform 180 for me because, you know, you go on Facebook, you see articles and like, you know, status updates from friends and whatever. And then you don't realize why you see all this sponsored content. You don't really know why you're seeing, like, you don't know why they categorize all the content and they feed you the content the way they do. But now, because you're using it as a tool for your business in order to, you know, get more customers and get more viewership for your page, it's going to turn, you know, the whole Facebook world 180 for you. But
Okay.
don't let that intimidate you because it's not going to be scary. It's actually very easy, and I truthfully think that Facebook has made this whole platform really intuitive for people that, you know, get a little intimidated. It's almost made for all kinds of businesses. It's made from the small business to the medium size to even the corporation, right? And that's what makes it so great, is that anyone can learn how to use it. So don't be afraid of using it.
I think my thing is like, you know, that's why I haven't used it, because I have been intimidated by it, and I feel like there's this huge learning curve to overcome before I actually start seeing return.
I can guarantee you can learn this in 1 hour. Trust me, very easy. Like I remember I would always put it on my like checklist, my to-do list. I'd be like,
It's been on there, dude.
I need to learn Facebook ads, but like I would never cross it out because I'd be like, oh, it's too complicated. I don't want to learn how to do it. But then one night, like in November, I remember I forced myself to do it. And I by no means am a Facebook ad expert. Okay. I even think I'm still learning. I have meetings with a Facebook ad specialist every week because she's like, I really want to help you and your business grow. And she's great. She's so funny. But
wait, so you consult weekly with like an actual Facebook ads employee person?
it's like like bi-weekly, you know, it's not like every week, but like it's so funny because like an email from Facebook saying like, oh, there's something that you're not really doing. We kind of want to help you out. You want to schedule a call? And they're called, yeah, and I'm like, yeah, sure. Like, why not? So, and it's always the same woman, and she's always so funny. She's so great. And she's been really helpful. Like I'll get really frustrated with it, but then she'll tell me a solution I had not even thought of. So this is what I mean by I'm by no means an expert. I'm still learning. But one night in November, I decided to really just sit down and watch a video that really broke down what Facebook ads is. And it was a little bit of an older video. I forgot who it was I was watching, but I pretty much learned the whole platform in just like 1 hour. It was really easy. So I think today it would be really just helpful. I'm probably just going to give more of a general overview of Facebook ads and pretty much the functionality that you can do with it. But I honestly think that with your skills, you can figure it out really quickly. And anyone watching the video can probably figure out this really quickly.
So one more question before we get into it.
Yeah.
You recently, I mean, if you guys are new to my channel, you can go back through old videos and old live streams, and you could see when Kevin has been a guest on my channel talking about how he was going to start a business, how he had started a business and was like in the process of building his website and the Shopify and the whole thing. So it's cool to be able to see someone, the growth towards success, which is so cool. Is this the only advertising that you do?
Yes. Isn't that funny? I know.
Well, because you paused for a really long time, and I was
sorry. I know I was looking at the window, but but yes, the only advertising that I do is Facebook. I remember when I started out, I was like, should I do a newspaper? Do you think that might get me some people like try to do it locally? No. Like I think that if I'm going to try to start a business in this like day and age, I think I really just need to get the times of technology. So I actually tried Google AdWords. I tried.
Oh, you tried Google AdWords first?
Sure, of course I did. Because back before Facebook ads existed, PPC was the thing, right?
Right.
So everyone was doing it, and I thought that it was really good to go traditional. And you'll see many videos where I've actually listened to many podcasts of people even like explaining the difference between the two, like Facebook ads versus a Google paid campaign, and they both have their pros and cons. But it sounded like for me, because I'm like a novice, the best thing for me to do was Facebook ads. And everyone agrees that if you don't know how to do detailed targeting or paid marketing or whatever, you should always start off with Facebook ads. So I've been doing that, and I'm still, I think, most of my marketing budget is dedicated to Facebook ads. But most of my customers do not come from Facebook. They actually come from Instagram. But because obviously Facebook owns Instagram, you can actually target what channels you want your ads to be displayed in.
Wow. Okay. So you spend most of your time on Facebook ads, but your ads are displaying on Instagram.
Yeah, I choose specifically to display because for a bracelet brand, obviously a lot of it is more imagery, right? It's not going to be like something that can read or anything. Like, let's say if my brand was a lifestyle brand that is dedicated to health, right? I would run a Facebook ad for, let's say, a blog post that I wrote that was like, 10 tips to make you stay healthy. Run a Facebook ad, and I would target people on Facebook because that is a platform where people can read content. People can actually click through and actually gain more information. Instagram, however, you can get information, but it's more visual. Instagram is more about videos and pictures and whatever. So because most of my ads are all videos, and mind you, Facebook videos through Facebook ads, it's the way to go. They don't realize it, but it's cheap. It's cheaper.
Well, good, because I just made a promo video. So
run it, and that's really going to help you out. I had to force myself to make a video for Hunter, and it's been doing well. You'll get more impressions with less money. That's a side thing. But what is it? Yeah, so mostly pictures, mostly lifestyle, and because mine's just more visually, that's my approach. It's supposed to be more visually appealing. I choose Instagram, and my my actual website analytics tells me that most of my social media traffic, 92%, comes from Instagram. So why?
Wow. Okay.
Exactly. It's kind of gone up in a few years, but like if you're not a company that has you just have to figure out what works for you. Facebook might actually work for your company because you're talking about social media literacy, and that's obviously something that could be content driven. So maybe Facebook could work mostly for you. But if it's mostly like product or more lifestyle focused or whatever, Instagram. But again, you got to test it out. I've been doing a few months of testing. And you can actually test ads out on Facebook, so you can see what works for you. But it's just a lot about knowing what your demographic is, who you're trying to target. Because in the beginning, you knew that I really wanted to start like an active apparel company, right? And I learned the hard way that that's probably not the way to go if I want to sell something and actually grow a business, because that market is really saturated. Even though that was my passion, I had to attack it in a smart way. So like when it came to Facebook ads, I was like, martial arts, people who had an interest in yoga, martial arts, tricking, and who like fashion and hip hop. Oh, also like I also want people who like streetwear, like it's not going to work out for you, right? Like you really have to like know who your audience is.
Wait, what do you mean? Because I feel like that's good. That's not enough.
Okay. So, the more broad you make it, and I'm going to walk through this too, but when you input your audience in Facebook ads, it'll tell you like by age, by location, by interest, by, everything that is on your Facebook profile. It'll go through the whole checklist, right? And you're going to be targeting those people to see if they fit your criteria. On the right side of this is like a little sampling of the number of people that you could potentially target. You want to keep that number between like 2 million and 3 million. And that's like the sweet spot, right? They always like 2 million, 3 million, because if it's like 10 million, okay, no, your ad's going to be lost in the flesh. But like you want to make sure that you're intentional with what you're targeting, right? So if I'm targeting hip hop, but I'm selling an accessory, like, and the sampling is already 10 million, and it's mostly 10 million because it's so broad. You kind of want to like narrow it down a little bit. So like I will probably target people who do like more of an active lifestyle or fitness or whatever, right? But I'll also try to narrow it down to like accessories or fashion or bracelets or friendship bracelets or charm bracelets. You can even pick brands like Nike. But you can do this manually, or you can have Facebook help you by using Facebook Pixel. So this is the reason why the first step before doing any Facebook ads.
Wait, you cut out for a bit. Say that again. Facebook Pixel. What about it?
The first thing you need to do is install Facebook Pixel on your website. That is the first step, because I didn't even have a Facebook Pixel on my website when I started.
Yeah, you're laughing, but I don't know what that means. So
because people made fun of me. I had Facebook ads running, and I was just like, "I'm doing
you didn't
well."
know.
They're just like, "Do you have a Pixel?" I'm like, "What's a Pixel?" Like, is that a phone? Because I thought Google Pixel, right? No. So no, Facebook Pixel is actually the one that you put it. Let me explain it. Facebook Pixel is something you can actually install, right? It's connected to your Facebook page account, but you install it on your website so that you can acquire data on the people visiting it. You can acquire data on, and that actually connects to their Facebook account. Sneaky. So you can target the people that have added to cart. You can target the people that have visited your webpage. You can target people that have added or have reached the thank you for retargeting purposes. You can target literally any facet of it. And because of this, and because of this knowledge now, I now understand that I can actually construct a demographic that is more likely to visit my website and buy my product primarily because of Facebook Pixel. So I just say, hey, Facebook Pixel, I want you to target all the people that visited my website within the last 90 days. Not only that, I also want you to take those people and I want you to create a new audience of people who have never visited my website but are most likely to visit my website based on these people that you have acquired. That's called a lookalike audience, and that's what I use. So it's very powerful. Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy, dude. That's like scary.
But it's also very helpful. So that's something that we can run through. But it's always good to start off like I mean, in all honesty, when I started off doing it manually and picking like, oh yeah, fashion, friendship bracelets, rose gold, like targeting those people, I did pretty well for myself, I'd have to say. I think I actually did really well. But that's because of my product. My product is broad enough that anyone might be interested in it. It's not something that's specific to one demographic. It's not like I'm selling, I don't know, like cleats. Only soccer people or football people to buy it. I'm selling a bracelet that's actually broad enough from your grandma to have it to like your child to have it. So that's the reason why I think it worked. But now that I'm being able to narrow the audience more, I'm able to like even acquire more people. So.
Okay, really quick before we get into it, we have a question in the comments from the Enthusiasm Project.
I can't see the comments.
Oh, you have to go to the watch page. Like go to the actual YouTube page.
How do I do that? Oh, I have to go to the YouTube page.
Yeah. But the question is, what about using Facebook ads for non-business ventures? Asking for a friend.
Hold on, give me a second. I have to go to Sharespark YouTube.
No, HeatherJustCreate. Come on, noob.
You're currently witnessing an evolution of the human race.
The Sharespark page.
HeatherJustCreate. You're on HeatherJustCreate? Oh yeah, how to do Facebook ads for beginners. Okay. There we go. Okay, so questions in the comments. What about using Facebook for non-business ventures? I'm asking for a friend. Oh, for sure. Oh, yeah. For Facebook for non-business ventures, that's even like, I even support that. Why? Because if it's going to be like something that you don't sell, like why wouldn't anyone want, you know? That's great. You should do it. No, but yes, of course, Facebook is going to work for any kind of purpose you're using. So let's say you have a blog, right? You have a blog and it's, I don't know, a blog about collecting Pokemon cards. I don't know. Let's just say that. But you want people to come to your blog. And that means that because it's already a blog, you already have content written. So let's say you want to run a Facebook ad for a piece of content that you have there. So you're going to plug in that link and you're creative, right? You're going to obviously have a cover image, but then it's going to be like some valuable tip, like where to get the most rare Pokemon cards or like from trading convention or like whatever, and like 10 tips to help you out. You can run that Facebook ad and yeah, you can do the same exact thing. You can target the people that are more likely to be invested in like Pokemon or that IP. You can run people who are actually even collecting, or you can even go more deep to people who have collected all the cards but are just trying to look for the ones that you are, you know, giving tips on. And actually, I did listen to a podcast the other day. This is how one business does Facebook ads successfully. I forgot what the business was called, but they sold, I believe, razors for women, and it was because you know, they wanted their whole angle was to eliminate razor burn, right? Like, so these women would get, it was obviously, I think it was like a subscription program, but they would get razors every single month. But the way that they were able to acquire their audience was advertising these blog posts. So they
Wait, sorry, you cut out. What did you say? Where they were advertising?
A blog post, content. So they set, and you know, they were really apprehensive because like with Facebook ads, they say like the minimum investment you should do is about $20 because that is how you're going to be able to, you know, view that kind of actually any kind of progress is 20 bucks. But she started off with $1, $5, like really low. They ran about 5 of them. So they had 5 different articles going out. And you can also like attach like a bit.ly link, right? In order to see like who's clicking on what. But I mean, Facebook ads is also going to give you who's going to be clicking that. And I think she actually categorized a different landing page for each article just to make sure which ones were doing well. But, you know, that was just like obviously for her checks and balances. But regardless, she was able to acquire a lot of engagement because people like, obviously people want information. People don't want to see you selling up like, you know, something for money. They want to see what's going to benefit them. So if you're a travel blog and you're going to say 10 places to visit in 2018, run a Facebook ad, of course, you're going to get a lot of engagement, and you're probably going to get even more than just engagement. You might even get a conversion. And that's really important. So that's
so the Enthusiasm Project elaborated and said just to promote a Facebook page or YouTube channel for funsies.
Yeah, sure. But the way to go for just like a fun YouTube page or just like, I'm sorry, what was it? A Facebook page or YouTube channel? Yeah, just to promote a YouTube channel or a Facebook page, I would suggest just promoting content that's going to be valuable to them, like for that angle. So if you're a business, obviously, maybe you could be more aggressive with your messaging and say, I'm going to sell, like I'm selling you this and this is how much it is, and, you know, do that. But if it's something that's just for fun, I would always promote like content's the way to go. I think content's actually the way to go for anything. But, like, it depends on your business model. Yeah. So they always
okay. we should get into it. So, are you gonna screen share? How are we doing this?
Yeah, I could screen share. Let me see.
You have that face that you're like scared people are gonna see.
No, it's okay. It's fine. Okay, so this is actually like one of the test ad accounts that I had. Screen share. Okay, so is it sharing now?
Yeah, I see me.
Okay, so this is like one of the first, this is like my test ad account that I had, right? Okay, so I have currently like, and this is not Hunter, I think this was like my personal, but I've changed accounts since then. But I currently have about 3 campaigns going, and I'll explain what these are. So this is like a general ad that I have, this is a video ad that I have, and this is an offer conversion, which I can show you when we actually create one. But like Facebook ads is really intuitive. So it actually, you know, it tells you the status of the ad, the results. So this is like, you know, cost per result. This is the reach you have, impressions, budget again. People say the minimum should be like $20.
So when you say $20, you mean $20 a day?
Yeah, $20 a day. I know. But you know what? My offer conversions, I'm actually doing it for like $5. And that's like doing great for me anyways, so it's fine. It really, you just have to test it out first. So if you're actually gonna do Facebook ads as a first timer, I would suggest doing like $1 to $5, see what happens there. Just do whatever you feel comfortable with, because if you don't feel good about, you know, investing that high, I mean, you don't put too much pressure on yourself, you know?
Yeah, just because I don't have like proven data. Like I just want to test first before we like start spending 20 bucks a day.
What we're going to do is we're actually going to create an advertisement right now. So when you press create from the previous screen, you get brought to this new screen, create new campaign. So in this screen, you know, you have 3 silos. So awareness, consideration, and conversion. And I believe the most popular ones are brand awareness, video views, and conversions. Those are the most popular. The reason why video views is kind of the one that I want to highlight. Video views gives you the most impressions for your buck. People will just run sometimes like a photo or just some still piece of media, but because videos actually can reach more people, and I don't know how this algorithm is set up, it just happens that way. And even the same thing on Instagram, it applies to both of them. People now run videos, and sometimes like I've seen a few businesses cheat a little bit. So like, oh, I'm sorry. They'll cheat and like they'll do like a 2-second video, but it's actually a still image, but it's just looping endlessly.
Yeah, I've seen a ton of that.
Because it's cheap.
Like they loop like a GIF, or
yeah.
You know, I mean, I guess it's not even a GIF, but it's like an 8-second image that's just the same thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that Facebook would probably want to crack down on that, but I don't know. So what we're gonna do today is we're actually gonna create a conversion ad, right? So not a video view. So we'll do a conversion ad.
So all of those 3 category things, those are all different types of ads.
I think that, yeah, they're all different types of ads, but they honestly, I think they all kind of go in the same format. So like, even though they're listed as brand awareness, lead generation, and conversion, they all kind of go into the same format in the end. It's just that you just get, you know, different options to choose by default, but I think you'll get more advanced targeting options if you select to do so.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna go to conversion, right? So we're gonna create a campaign, and so we're gonna make this Hunter test conversion ad, right? So I want to measure purchases, right? Because my company sells bracelets, and this is what I want to measure. You can create a split test. This is just to test different like ad sets. I'll get into more detail later. I've actually never done this because it seems it's a little expensive for me. Budget optimization is just, you know, to distribute your budget across the ad set so that you can, you know, obviously optimize it for Facebook. We can select that if we like. but I don't generally use it because I trust Facebook's algorithm on the next page. So, all right, so this is an ad set, right? So right here, we're gonna, you can name this anything you want, but this ad set is pretty much who we're targeting with our ad, right? So I'm gonna name this US 18 to US, let's name this like primary demographic, right? No, let's not put in US. Let's just put primary demographic. Okay, so I want to promote purchases on my website, right? Here you can actually create an offer for your Facebook ad, and this is what I'm talking about. So if you select this option, you can create an offer for, let's say, Hunter Co. That's my business, and you can set an offer title. So like 20% off your purchase, and you don't have to put in details, but this is just like more information. The end date, end time, online only, and then you can actually type in the promo code. So I'll have like one code, and I can put like whatever keyword, and obviously you're gonna have to sync this up with your website. So if you're offering a promo code through this offer, make sure that your website also has that logged in, and whatever.
Because all this does is show the promo code to them, right? So I have to go into like Teachable and actually like plug in the damn code.
Yeah. So like I have one running right now. The promo code is Artemis, but I need to make sure that my platform that I use, which is Shopify, has that active, because then they're not going to be able to redeem it. And then total offers available. Yeah, it is what it is. So like 1,000, 2,000, 100, it's really up to you.
How many, out of curiosity, like how many people are you converting? Like what numbers are you working with? Just to give me an idea.
So I have my conversion percentage is apparently one of the top ranked in the Shopify store. I don't know, they always like Shopify was like just to try to boost your ego. I don't know. I think it's just more for like, hold on, let me look at this exactly. I'm actually looking through my phone. But yeah, my conversion rate is about 2.91%, which is actually really good because and like generally on average I'll get like 200 people visiting my website a day. So if it's like 2.91%, then what is that?
So it's like 4 people, right?
Yeah, it's like 4 people or so are actually like purchasing. And that's yeah. Okay. So this on my offer conversion, I only have about like $5 put into it, but I've noticed that if it's like $5 a day, then like it's kind of just been it's been doing well for me. It's doesn't really do as well for like some businesses, but I'm just testing this out for right now because I have never done offer conversions before. So this is it might actually work for you because you're actually doing teachable classes. So you might just have to test this out as well. So let's turn this off because we don't want to create an offer, a custom audience. Okay, so this is when the Facebook pixel comes into play, right? So I can actually just create a custom audience like manually. So I want to just create some random, hold on. Okay, so I just want to create an audience. I'm not going to use any data with it. So I'll just do like target location. We're going to target everyone in the United States. And then we can even, type in like the United Kingdom.
And to add to them?
We can keep adding, right? But do you notice that as we put in more locations, or like, as we're putting locations in, we have an audience size and we have a potential reach. So if you remember when I was talking about potential reach, you kind of want to keep it like around 2 million. Like that is like the sweet spot number. This is what we're trying to keep down to 2 million. We don't want to target 280 million people because our advertisement's not going to be seen. Your audience size, you kind of want it to be like around here. You want this little ticker to be pointing here. Or
where did you get that number out of curiosity?
A lot of videos and from the Facebook marketing lady. She helped me out.
You gotta give her some props, man. Facebook marketing.
And you can target people in like Australia or whatever. Okay.
Okay.
So you can do that, but then that makes your potential reach even larger. So I don't want, so you kind of want to narrow it down. I only want to have people in the US, keep it at 230. Age. So my demographic is mostly, I think I'm hearing like feedback from your computer. Or is it?
Okay. Oh, of you?
Yeah. Okay, so for age, okay, so for age, like my demographic that I generally target is like 18 to 34, right? So I'm just going to list 18 and then knock this down to about 34. And because of that, my potential reach is now down to 100,000, right?
100 million.
I'm sorry, 100 million, yeah. Languages. This is actually really important. So it really just depends on who you're trying to target, but you can even type English, US English, all English, and actually that even takes it down, right? So because all people of all languages use Facebook, so that's really important to think about. Okay, detail targeting. This is where we're gonna have to do like the most work. So let's say I am trying to sell, we're going to just think of like a product that I'm going to come out with. So my company is targeting 18 to 34, and the product that I want to target is, let's do something other than a bracelet. I want to target maybe like a shoe. No, what's a specialized one?
I don't know. What are you coming out with? Aren't you coming out with a shirt?
Yeah, but that's like that's gonna take a lot of work. So let's try pins. Let's try pins. Okay, so we're gonna do. No, you know what? Let's stick with bracelets. Okay, so we're gonna stick with bracelets. I don't care. It's fine. Okay, so these bracelets, and let's pretend like these bracelets are like wristbands. Let's try that, like sweat wristbands, right? Like, I don't know. Yeah, sweatbands. Okay, so we're gonna do sweatbands. So that obviously means we want to target people that do physical fitness, right? We're gonna click that. And then we're also gonna target people that like going to the gym. Yeah, you can even target gym memes. The UFC.
Wow. Wait, okay, so I have a question before you even go on. For this data, this doesn't necessarily, like this data goes beyond what someone has liked. You know what I mean? Because I'm thinking of like, oh, what movies have I liked, like actually liked on Facebook? Like I went to the Beauty and the Beast Facebook page and liked that page. Yeah, the data here, this goes beyond that, right? Huh?
Rambo. Like you can even put like, yeah, it kind of goes beyond than just liking the page. I think I'm not sure because I'm not like a Facebook expert, but I'm sure that if you have posted even in content, even saying like, I love this movie or that movie, they do have that data.
Wow. Okay. Got it.
So, I mean, but correct me if I'm wrong for anyone. So physical fitness, and I kind of want to target people that do maybe like gymnastics. And you can target people who do yoga. And you can target people who else would be interested in getting this sweatband, right?
Okay, wait, I have a question. When you're adding these interests, are they stacking? So it means like you do physical fitness, you go to the gym, and you do yoga, or is it just like
includes people who match at least one of the following?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but here is where so you kind of you start off with this, right? You include people who match at least one of the following, and then you can narrow these people, right? So this is where you can knock down that potential reach. So it's like people who either like gymnastics or physical fitness or yoga, but also like dogs, right? You can target that, exactly. Or people who has a birthday that week, right? So let's say your event. Hold on, wait, where is event? Life event. Yeah, these are crazy. They're called life events. And yeah, like let's say you're running an offer conversion for everyone's birthday that week, right? Or everyone who has a birthday in January. You can click this and it's like, happy birthday. We wanted to give you an offer code because it's your birthday this month. You can select that. You can target other things like, yeah, birthday in September, August, July. What else? Oh yeah, life events, friends of. Oh, anniversary. You can target people who have anniversaries, which is crazy. Close friends of women with a birthday in 0 to 7 days. Friends of newlyweds. You can target people who are.
Oh my god, that's insane, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you can also target brands. So I believe I can target Nike. Yeah, and this is a great thing to do because Nike, or these are people who actually work for Nike. See, you can even target people that actually like have a job in that industry. So there's so many things you could do, and I could probably go people who have an interest in the Nike Air Max, right? But you know that's not what we're targeting. So people who have a So like you get the idea, you know.
Yeah.
Narrow the audience, even narrow further. And you can even exclude people. So
basically what you want to do is just get real niche until you get to about 2 to 3 million.
Yeah, 2 to 3 million. And or you know, if anything, like try not to get like it's always better to be more specific because then you're not wasting money, right? Because you know, if you're spending $20 a day, but you're literally shooting it to 94 million people. Like you want to make sure that those of the 94 million that are going to get it are going to be more likely to convert, right? So you need to make sure that you're being as specific as you can with what you're trying to sell. And that's the real important thing. Okay, so this is what so we're going to go back up. We're going to delete all of these things and we're going to go to here, which is custom audience, right? So this would be really helpful if you already have your website up for at least like 30 to 90 days. What you can do is, let's say you've been getting subscribers on your email list, right?
Yeah.
So you want to create a custom audience, and we're going to do a customer file, right?
Shut up. Can I upload my freaking mailing list?
Yeah, you can use a customer file to match customers with people on Facebook. And this is the reason why if you go to my website here, hunterco.com, so you see this, I have like a 20% off when you enter your email to sign up for updates. So not only do people, when they sign up, kevinramirez.com, I'm already signed up, they'll get a promo code that gives them 20% off and they can use it. But more importantly, their email goes into my email list. And I've been able to acquire almost 6,000 to 7,000 emails because of this tactic. So once I do that, I download all of that customer data. I click on customer file, add customers from your own file or copy and paste data. Whatever email platform you're using to acquire those subscribers, you can, if you're using MailChimp, even
I use MailChimp.
Yeah, so you can even import from MailChimp. So what you're gonna do is once you import that, then it'll create a custom audience for you.
Oh my god, dude! Wow.
A custom audience for you, yeah. But I kind of
does it tell you? So once you import the thing, like, will it tell you, hey, this is you know, your average audience member or whatever?
Okay, so we're gonna get out of this window for a second because I need to go to audiences because I think we'll come back to that. But since we're kind of diving into audiences, it's just easier for us to look at. So, oh, whoops, sorry.
I do that all the time.
I know. It's just a little confusing. Are there any more questions so far?
Oh,
Oh, hi, James. How are you? Okay, so let's go here. Look at this. Isn't this crazy? Okay, I'm going to show you what I did. So when I found out the magic of audience targeting or like email list creation, it was very mind-blowing. So this is what I wonder where I put it. Hold on, wait. Email list lookalike. Oh gosh, come on. Okay. All right, so this is my audience from the pop-up, right? And I'm not sure. I guess I did this recently, but I may have redid it because I imported it wrong, right? So what it does is it takes that whole email list. So let's say you have 3,000, 4,000 subscribers on your email list, and you have that amount of people. It creates what is called a custom audience for you, right? And like it'll be just like any kind of regular, and this is the one that we're looking at. It'll just be like any regular, like, you know, audience. This one, it says that the sampling size is 2,700, but I think this was actually like a mistake that I did. I'm not using this one. What I want to do is, okay, so I have that audience, and Facebook, if I use it in a conversion ad, is going to target directly those people with that email, the ones that visited my website. But what I can also do, which makes this whole thing more magical, is create an audience. We want to create a lookalike audience. So we're going to choose an audience from our page, and we're going to choose that one that I created, which was Hunter audience from pop-up, right? And
oh, so this is the pop-up, the pop-up that asks for the email on your website.
Exactly. So this is the email list. So the steps was I took all of those emails from people that entered on the pop-up on my website. I made a custom audience based on those people. And now I'm creating a lookalike audiences, which is the next step, right? So I already have a custom audience, which is a sampling of about 2,700 people, right? But now I'm creating this thing called a lookalike audience. The source is going to be audience from pop-up, and the location is going to be the United States, I guess, you know? The audience size, you can make it like from 2.1 million to 21.4 million. I like to keep it at 1. So you want to make it the like 1%, the audience size from people that resemble those who entered in your email pop-up.
This is so creepy.
So you're going to create this audience, right? You're going to hit create. I'm not going to do that though. But I think I created one here, and it gives me a sampling of 2,100,000 people. And this is like the perfect demographic that I can take and build an ad with. So we're going to go back to that ad that we were building. And I'm going to show you how I incorporate that into what we're doing. Whatever. What was it? It was like Hunter test conversion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Primary demographic. Okay. So coming down here, we're going to go to the custom audience, right? And when you click in this bar, it'll give you the option to select from all of them, just your lookalike audience or your custom audience. What I want to do is I want to target that lookalike audience that I made. So select, right?
Yeah.
Audience size is already 2 million, sweet spot, right? But let's say I don't want to just target people from that audience pop-up. I want to, you know, or like, I don't want to just target people who look like the people from the audience pop-up. Also, like, you know, side note, we can also just take those people as a retargeting measure, but I wouldn't take that just primarily because they already got the offer from your website, right? Like if I were to make another conversion ad just for the people that were from the pop-up, then I would make that a retargeting ad. but I'm making something entirely new to acquire other people rather than people who have already opted into my website. So like, this is the reason why I use only the lookalike audience, the ones that look like the ones from the pop-up.
Right, because you don't want to target the same people.
Exactly. So what I also can do is I can create another custom audience, website traffic. So you can create a list of people who have visited your website or took specific actions using the Facebook pixel, right? So if you create that, you can target all website visitors within the past 90 days. And this is what I'm saying, where it is vital that you have Facebook pixel installed on your website, or else, you know, you're not going to be able to have these capabilities. So audience name, we're going to name this test audience. And then great.
Wait, so, but it only like, okay, say I installed Facebook Pixel tonight, it's only going to start getting data from like here on out, right?
Yeah, you'd have to let it run for a little bit. But you already have it installed, do you not?
I don't think I do, dude. Because I have to put it, I may have put it on the Sharespark website, but I know for sure I haven't put it on the Zero to YouTube Hero website.
So I think for you, what you're going to start with is your email list. That's a really great thing to do. So you can actually start with your subscriber list, and, you know, create the custom audience and the lookalike audience. Let your pixel run so that when it gets to the 30-day mark, you're going to be able to create another one, like a conversion ad based on that audience. So, I mean, you can already start doing this. So I already created a custom audience, and these were visitors within the last 90 days. What I want to do is find new people similar to my existing users. Or, yeah, so let's see what this option is. Oh, whoops. Yeah, okay, so I can create a lookalike audience based on this test audience as well. So not only is it taking, you know, it's taking people that have visited my website within the last 90 days, that's your custom audience, but now you can also create a lookalike audience who look like those people that have visited your business in the last 90 days. So you can do the same thing. So I already have these done. So I want to, you know, I'm going to select that audience there. I'm also going to, you know, select, you can actually even target people who follow you on Instagram and create a lookalike audience based on that, who look like your followers. Yeah, so I'm gonna select that. I'm also gonna. Are you
serious?
I'm gonna select people who look like my website visitors. Let's select that. I'm gonna select people who look like the people who have already added to cart on my website. I'm gonna select that. I'm also
not like, I don't understand why everyone isn't using this.
Because nobody knows about it. And let's keep it that way.
As we live stream this.
The thing is, a lot of people are figuring this out now. And the thing is, you know why a lot of people don't know about it and its full functionality is that because it keeps changing. Facebook keeps coming out with updates on Facebook ads. I honestly think there was a Facebook ad update recently, I think even this week, and I need to read up on it. I didn't even see this option before, but it says you can create multiple new ad sets in the same window. And before you couldn't do that. You had to like come out and like redo it again. So, but look at this. So if you look at this closely, I'm creating a conversion ad that targets people who look like the audience from my pop-up. Not only that, but I'm stacking it more so that I can target people who look like people who added to my cart. And I'm also stacking it to people who look like my Instagram audience and people who look like my web visitors. So like, not only do I have to do,
so you basically just do one ad.
Yeah, I seriously just, all I do is I create this, slap in a lookalike audience, and then I can go to the next page and run some creative. Done.
Right, because it targets, you know, they have to fit at least one of those things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have like 4 pools of populations to pull from.
Yeah, exactly. But if I were doing Facebook ads, I would be very smart about it and not lump all of them together, right? So to make this clean, what my future plan is for when in doing my own Facebook ads is I want to be able to, you know, create an advertisement, like a conversion ad that's going to target people specifically who haven't visited my website yet. So that includes this audience, this lookalike audience from my pop-up and lookalike audience website visitors, right? And I would just run this because this is going to be like almost like a lead generating ad.
Right, because you exclude the people who have never been to your website based off of the Facebook pixel.
So that creative would look different. Now, the second one is I want to target people who look like my Instagram audience because Hunter has a really big Instagram following. I want to target only people who visit or interact, who are most likely to interact with my Instagram profile. And I may only do like a photo or a picture. And so I would, you know, create a lookalike audience and only target that, right? Then the next one is I want to target people that you can also target people who have already made a purchase on your website. I don't think I have an audience for that on this account, but yeah, you can. Let's see if we can do that.
So you could basically, a lookalike audience off of people who have purchased, but then target people who have never been to your website. What?
I don't know why this is here. I think it's because I still have permissions on the Disney account.
Oh, hell.
I know. I remember I accidentally ran an ad from the Disney account, and I was like, oh, well, so I don't work there anymore.
Oh, that's funny.
That's really funny. So let's see.
So
this is what I'm talking about.
I think I'm getting the audience and the targeting part. Like, what's next?
Okay, so let's say I'm only going to target people who look like my Instagram audience. So done. Okay, and then you can also look at those other options that are listed here, right? So like obviously email, website activity, offline activity, and engagement. This is create a list of people who have engaged with your Facebook or Instagram content. And this is to that point that was brought up earlier, like if it's just for fun, that's what you would be using. Okay, so
wait, what would you be using? Engage?
Yes. You would be using this one. Create a list of people who have engaged with your content on Facebook or Instagram.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So you can actually, you know, input that lookalike audience, and then you can even narrow it down. So let's say, like from that sampling Hunter Instagram audience, I kind of want to only still target 18 to 34. Generally, you would think that Facebook would already do that, but this is just for, you know, my own little checks and balances. So I just try to, you know, narrow it down even more.
So you're down to like 2 million.
Yeah, I'm already done. Yeah, because you have to declare.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, your lookalike size, and you always want to make it as specific as possible. And you can even go even more detailed targeting. But okay, so if you already have a lookalike audience attached, my suggestion is to just kind of leave it and let it run as it is, right? Just because I think that, you know, it's already done its job and like it's already optimized. Okay, so placements. So like I said, I'm only targeting people who look like my Instagram audience. You can do automatic placements, but if you already know where you're going to get the most conversions from, you can select where your ads are going to appear. So for me, I don't use Messenger. I don't use Audience Network either. I don't use Facebook. I mean, I could have some on feeds and instant articles and in the marketplace, but I don't use it at all. Or hold on, you actually have to. I think you have to keep one checked, which is feeds, in order to make Instagram available. So here, this is what I use to target: is feed from Facebook and Instagram. But apparently, allegedly, Facebook optimizes its budget. So if you're getting more conversions from Instagram, it puts more money into an advertisement on Instagram more than it does for Facebook.
Okay.
So yeah, so I only have these two targeted. Some people leave all of them, but it really just depends on what your business is and like what works best for you. So I would try to test it out. Okay, so you can even, I have never used this, but you can target only like certain mobile devices. I don't know why. So it just,
Well,
yeah.
I guess if you're like, if it's for an app.
Yeah, if it's like, I guess if it's like for an app. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right. If it's like for an app or if it's something like technological. Okay, so budget. Again, I said norm is 20, and I honestly think that's probably good, but let's set the budget to be like, $5 a day, right? And you'll spend no more than $35 a week, which is obviously 5 times 7. And unfortunately, like some people try to get smart and run the ad only from like 2 to 6 a.m. or like 2 to 6 p.m. And turn it off during the night when people are sleeping. But that's a lot of work. So I would just honestly keep running, and you're only saving cents in all honesty. So I would.
So you just let Facebook do it.
Yeah, I just let Facebook do it because it also ruins your data every time you stop it. So, and like to test an ad effectively, you're going to give it a budget, but you also want it to run for about 7 days. And that's when you're going to be able to see if it works for you and if it doesn't work for you.
Okay, sorry. Before you go on, is this different from boosting a post?
Boosting a post, it's similar, except boosting a post has not many robust options. You'll see that if you boost a post, and I'll show you like after we go through this, you can see those options in your Facebook Ads Manager because they're obviously tied together and they're on the same ad account. But if you actually just run the advertisement through Facebook ads, I feel like you get more of like the robust options to like target demographic, target this, target that. Because I think like if you boost a post, it's only going to work with the information that it has.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. But I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that.
Okay.
But yeah, like Facebook ads is still your one-stop shop because it'll have everything there anyway. So you boost a post, you'll see it in your Facebook Ads Manager catalog. Okay, so yeah, you can do that. You can schedule your ads for specific, like this is what we were talking about for time. So, but I personally would just run it all the time. Everyone just says just to run it all the time. Okay, so we're gonna continue. Okay, so here is where we can select our creative, right? So identity, you want to choose your Facebook page, which is Hunter Co. And then you also want to make sure that your Instagram is linked. So I'm going to select Hunter Co. Official. The format. So we can do carousel, single image, single video, slideshow collection. Okay, so I know how, you know how I told you there is like a video views format in the previous one when we were looking at what ads to do. I don't think it really matters per se, because I remember how I was saying that they all, even though they're separated differently, they all kind of silo into like the same format. It's just one has more other options, but
yeah,
they all have the same. I think that's still true when you get to this section. So you can still choose to have a single video or a slideshow ad or like a carousel ad, single image. The best performing ads are the carousel ads if you wanted to work with a still image. And the other best performing, the second, I think this is like the single video is the first best performing ad format, and the second one is the carousel. So for me, I use the carousel.
Right, because you're like you because that shows like multiple products, right?
Exactly. So what I'm gonna do is let's choose a carousel.
I see your back.
I know I don't know what that is. Okay, so manually choose images, videos, and links. So that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna type in our text. It is hunt what feeds you. Totem cords now available on the online store, right? We're going to give the website URL, and then for creative, we're going to change this, and we're going to change this image. these are all the advertisements I've ran.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, so these are all the different kind of ad creative that I have. So I'm gonna select. You can even choose from page images. You can even choose from Instagram images.
Wow, are you serious? This is nuts, dude.
This is kind of this is from my Instagram story. I can't believe they have this here. They're crazy. Okay, so we're gonna select this one, right? That's gonna be the first card that shows up.
Oh, okay, I see.
And then card 2 is going to be this one, right? And that shows up. I kind of want to change it to my desktop newsfeed so I can see. But yeah, so this is what a carousel ad is. It just goes through a series of creative that you have. I've seen what works for some companies. I don't know if they really limit it, but I use about like 6 to 7 carousel cards. And that really doesn't, you just want to make sure that the best looking ones, the ones that you want people to see, are in the front. But,
Right.
yeah. So I don't like this call to action, learn more. I want to change it to
like buy now.
Yeah, I want shop now. That's probably more accurate for me. For this one, I want this to be like let's say a power totem cord, right? Hunter hunt what feeds you. No, let's switch that around. The headline should be this. And then the description should be 100% handmade bracelet, whatever. And then the second card will be black and white rose gold totem cords. Now, oh, sorry, golds. Cords. Now available. Right? So yeah, so you can actually, customize all of this messaging per card depending on what you want it to say, right? Also, like if you've never used Facebook ads before, you want to make sure, you follow the 20% rule, right? You know what that is?
No.
Okay, so the 20% rule is that Facebook will, I changed the creative to this image, right here. Facebook won't allow you to run an ad with text,
Oh, that's
right, that covers 20% of the image. So you want to make sure that you're not running that much, right? It's not going to be that much. So you have the see more URL, call action, bunch of information. You can also use your Hunter Pixel to record. I mean, you should always connect your Pixel to your ad so that you can have that data. I think that I'm not even sure. I haven't even thought about it, but you can probably target people who have clicked on your ad. So like even target those people.
See, that's crazy because now I'm just thinking about all the ads whose carousels I've scrolled through.
Yeah, but people don't realize it because remember how I said at the beginning, like this is now going to be a 180 for you. You're going to see how Facebook works from the business point of view because, you're always like, as a user, you only look at news feeds and all this content, but you don't realize like there's a whole other side of Facebook, which is why the content is being given the way that it is because of all of these robust options in targeting. For the company. So now, like, it should probably just give you a more general overview of what Facebook ads is. As you dive into it, I'm going to expect you to obviously like think of options that work best for you because what works best for me is obviously may not work for you, right? But it's a lot of testing. But I have to say, 100% agree with anyone using this business model or this way of marketing because it really works. It really works because people are still using Facebook and Instagram, and I don't think it's gonna decrease.
Wait, so after putting this ad, like designing the ad, you're done? You just go confirm and it's just goes?
Yeah, but like the first time that I ever created my conversion ad, like I was really like paranoid and intentional with it. Like I would always, I would even do like 5 stars. Well, like obviously I would put that because it was taken from because I have website reviews, which I just implemented recently. So, and there was no way for me to like link my website reviews to my Facebook ad. So I would just take that information there. But, you know, you would be more intentional about like what information are people seeing, because you want to make sure that you're not wasting your money. Because that's the thing, like Facebook ads, that it's so easy to do, but it's so easy to lose money if you're not doing it.
Right. It's $20 a day. It's like, you know.
So for me, I always used to feel really guilty because I spent about like $40 a day on advertising, right? But then when I thought about it, I started noticing a trend that like if I spent like $20 a day, I would get like $40 back in sales. And then if I spent $40 a day, then I would get like $80 back in sales. So like it was like the more that I started investing in advertising, then I would get money back. And now that I think I've already built up my audience for Hunter, and the word is kind of out there and people already have the product and they're rocking it, I'm able to have like lower marketing budgets but still maintain the conversion rate, which is really nice.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. So do you have any questions or other questions that you have? Oh yeah, I also wanted to show you one last thing. So we're gonna jump out of here. We're gonna go to the ads manager, and we're going to look at, does anyone have any questions in the chat?
No.
Okay.
We're all just fascinated like I am right now.
James, are you using Facebook ads as well?
I don't think he is.
Is he still here? Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Oh, hi, Carissa. How are you? I think they all left. Whatever. Okay, so all right, so this is where you're gonna see like stuff that you've boosted. So I boosted like this epic trick shot post, right? Let's see what I did with it. I don't know. I don't know what I was doing.
Because I put a lot of like video content, you know, I'm doing all these like 1-minute tips, like, clips from Sharespark TV and stuff, and they're not like every single time Facebook is like, hey, you know, this thing is getting more engagement, you should boost it so like a bajillion other people can see it. And I'm like,
so this is what you should do. So you're saying that your medium is, it's not bad to boost it as a boosted post because it's going to work the same way. It's just that if you do it through Facebook ads, you just have more control over it.
Right. So, but if I boost a post, like, could I target the audience and boost too?
You might be able to. I don't know if they've already implemented that. But like if you did boost it, then you can probably edit the advertisement from your Facebook Ads Manager console and add that audience if you needed to.
Right. Okay. Got it.
Or you can even stop the boost and then you can create something like a video view. So we would do that, you know, create this.
Okay, I have a question. Are you done with the screen share?
Yeah. I could be done. Hold on. Let me see. I'm going to, how do I stop this? I don't know how do you do this? Is it this?
No. Oh yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay. Hi.
Hi. Okay. How long till like when you created your first ad till when you actually saw return?
Oh, instantly.
What? Really?
It was like instantaneous. I actually noticed return, not even through Facebook ads, but through like a boosted post. I put it up and my first sale was from some guy in France. Okay,
so here's like what okay.
Let me look at my data because I want to give you an exact data because when did I start actually seeing sales when I ran Facebook ads? So give me 1 second. Okay, so you can go on with your question.
Google and didn't see that same like effectiveness.
Am I still screen sharing? No, right?
No, you're not.
Okay, so I'm sorry, repeat the question again.
So did you see return with Google ads?
Okay, so Google ads is a very tricky thing because
is that a question for another live stream?
No, it's not a question for another live stream. It's just like it's really tricky because you don't know where they're coming from and how they're seeing your stuff and like does it actually work, right? Like maybe I'm not as experienced, but I felt that people were visiting my website because they were just searching it through Google, not because I did PPC and because I have content and because I was ranking high and because I have reviews. Not because of that. Like I never
Oh, okay, got it.
to a Google ad campaign, which is why like it wasn't measurable for me, which is why I didn't want to invest in it. I would rather invest in Facebook because they give me better analytics, right? So to give you a more precise number, so I started selling, when did I start selling totem cords? In August, right? I started selling in August and I started running Facebook ads in September of 2000. What is
17, right?
Give me 1 second. Yeah, I got my hardware. Yeah, I started. What is going on here? Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, okay. So I remember when this happened because I was like, what? This is crazy. Instantly. It was that same week. I remember I saw that same week. I remember like when I came out with like my bracelets, I was like, oh wow, I made a sale. Like it was so exciting. And I made like one sale. It was from this guy in France. And then in August, this was the last 2 weeks, I made about like $500. And then in September, as I started running Facebook ads, I quadrupled that amount because I started really diving into the targeting. And then as of recently, because I'm getting really good at doing Facebook ads in March, I've hit my best sales month. And I even beat December, which was my best sales month before. And obviously,
that's crazy, dude.
December being the holidays, of course, like you're going to expect to get a lot of packages because people are buying presents. But March, really? That made no sense to me. So, yeah, it's really powerful. But again, I'm a different industry. I am, something that people buy and wear. So like clothing, jewelry, accessories. So for you, maybe a classmate might see different speed of return, maybe something different. But I think the angle that I would take if I was your company is to just advertise your content because that's what you do. You're selling content, you're selling information, and that's really important. And I think that's one of the best ad formats that people say on Facebook is like content sells and it's what's going to get you the most clicks and it's great. So, and it's helpful and it's something people want to see. It's not, you're not inundating people on your newsfeed with like memes. No, like you're actually giving them something that's like valuable for them to have. So I would probably start off running like 1 minute, or those video clips that you said, try to choose 4 of your best video snippets, and make sure that the verbiage that's accompanying that video is kind of like it's going to grab their attention. Run those video view ads or conversion ads, depending on what angle you want to take, and select certain demographics that it would apply to. So like maybe your demographic, it targets, is it like it's like, what is it, 18 to 30, like what's your demographic? Anyone?
So before this, I just made a whole, like, I'll show you even like a wall of Post-its to kind of narrow down the 4 success stories I have with 022 Hero, which is really me, Carissa, James, and Tom.
Okay, and you know what you should do is use that. You should use that. So, like, James would really be a great prime example for that industry, right? So for the people who really want to do like live entertainment, people who even do Twitch, people who do like YouTube Live, or people who want to make videos, that would be a really good demographic to target. For Carissa, I would target people who probably are in the restaurant industry who want to be able to grow their following. So that would be another demographic. For Tom, I'd probably do people who are really interested in doing like adventure, like explorer blogs and lifestyle stuff. So you have a lot of content to really play around with, and you can test these all out. So you can do $5 and you can run these tips that you have featuring some of these people and see what demographic works for you best, and you can narrow it that way. And like, don't feel bad, because for me, I always thought I had an idea of what my demographic was, but like, boy, was I wrong because
Were you really wrong?
I wasn't like, I wasn't completely wrong, but it definitely wasn't what I thought it was.
So
right?
you go in with an idea, and then when you do these, you know, say you were to import your mailing list or your website visitors, does it actually show you what the data is? Like based on what you imported, here are the interests, here's the age range, here, you know, here's where they live. Does it tell you that?
I don't know. It does not. I don't believe so. It doesn't tell you that, right? But where I'm getting that information is more from my actual website, not from Facebook ads. I think Facebook ads is not really like a recording, like a data recording, like a data keeper. So it's not really going to give you the analytics that you want. It does give you some analytics, but not really about your demographic.
Really quick, Black Girl Entrepreneur in the comments says, "Hey guys, are these ads popping up on the side of the Facebook site or in the middle of whatever the person is looking at?" I mean, you could choose where the ads display.
Yeah, you can definitely choose where the ads display. So if we were walking through the ads, we were creating a conversion ad earlier, but you can select whether or not this ad is going to appear in your Facebook feed, Instagram feed, or stories. The audience network, which is everything not that people will directly see in their feed, but like on the sidebar or something when you look at a video and you just scroll down in content, that's where it's going to appear. So you can really choose where these advertisements are going to pop up for the people that you're targeting. For me, like I said before, the advertisements that are really used, or the ad placements that are really good for me, are Instagram stories and an Instagram feed and Facebook feed. So that is where I target most of my efforts because I know that's where I'm going to get the most return. And so, yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks, Kevin. This has been quite enlightening. I can't wait to take some of this data and just start trying it out.
Yeah, I think it's all about experimentation, but don't do, I mean, I don't suggest anyone spending $100 right off the bat. No, of course not. But, you know, spend like, you know, $1 to $5, test it out, test the waters. You may not see as much like engagement as you want in the first few days, but who knows? You know,
Is the Facebook calls, is that free? Are you paying for that?
I don't believe so. I'm not. I think it's a free. You'll probably get it if you start doing it and they notice you need help.
Okay.
They're like, it looks like you're not using this functionality. I think you need help. But you do know about all those people who have. I told you about all those other people that this guy was selling piggy banks, like little piggy banks. It was a little piggy bank, and he wanted to prove that he could just sell it using Facebook ads, and he did. He targeted people who love miniature pigs, and like I'm not even kidding. This has made it. Yeah, it's been a crazy crazy functionality. You can sell wolf mugs, you can sell miniature pigs, you can sell like succulents, you can sell everything. So don't be discouraged, but you just really got to figure out that formula that's going to work for you, and you can definitely happen. So.
All right. Well, I'm probably going to start trying this out tomorrow. So I'll let you know in a week. We should check back in.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's check back in next Tuesday, and then I'll tell you how it's going.
For sure. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
All right. Everyone, thanks for tuning in. If you're catching the replay, give this video a thumbs up. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and leave them in the comments, but also go check out my brother's website so you can see exactly what he's selling. And, you know, like he just said, he only started doing Facebook ads in September, and now you're seeing a lot of freaking success.
I mean, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, I can just jump on a plane and go to Costa Rica. No. I mean, I have to say that I'm probably doing above average for like an online venture, I think, because yeah, it's like, you know, I talk to people who have like these side hustles, and it's definitely not. It's now merging more into like a full-time category rather than just a side hustle. So That's the exciting thing, but it's also really difficult because I'm realizing I can't just do it on my own.
Yeah, because you're literally, when you say 100% handmade, you're in your freaking living room, like making these things.
I know. I'm like, oh my gosh, how would feeds you and make the bracelets? Like, it's so crazy.
Oh god, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks again for doing this. Thanks to all you guys who tuned in, and check back with us next week as I give you my update on my first try doing this. So thanks again, Kevin.
I'm excited to hear what's gonna happen.
Oh, you know what? You should link your Instagram in the comments.
Instagram?
Yeah, since that's where you post most of your ads, right?
Hold on, wait. Yeah, so here you go.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't. It says any web address is removed. That's fine. Don't worry about it. But anyways, it's hunterco.com.
Okay, cool. I linked your website. So, all right. Thanks. I'm gonna.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.